My name is Annie, and I am a somewhat normal person. If you are a human on the planet Earth and not a rock monster from Pluto, you have most likely been asked the question, what do you want to do when you grow up? Now, let's be real. The person who asked that question probably wasn't taking you seriously, nor did they care about the answer. Number one, this is just something that adults say who don't know how to talk to kids. And number two, if a kid tells you what they're going to be years from now, will you take them seriously? No, they're a kid. But now, let me ask you one loaded question that you might have been asked in your high school career so far. What do you want to do when you get out of high school? I know I'm just a lowly freshman, but seriously, what do you want to do when you get out of high school? I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to school for graphic arts, but after that, I have no idea what I'm going to do. And to be honest, the very thought of not having to go to school anymore terrifies me. I mean, I've spent like 70 to 80% of my life at school, and that's mostly because my mother was a counselor at my elementary school. So before I even started school there, almost everybody already knew who I was. I don't know about you, but I've spent so much of my life at school that I don't know what I would do without it. But again, I'm just a freshman, so I shouldn't be worrying about this, right? We'll get back to that. You know, there's this interesting concept in this book called Tough Call by Matt Popovits. Great guy, by the way. I met him in an elevator at a youth convention. Matt has this theory that there are three different types of decision makers: the instinctual, the emotional, and the hyper-rational. The instinctual goes with that gut feeling and doesn't really think that much about the situation. The emotional goes with what they think would make them most happy. And the hyper-rational does as much extensive research as possible to see what would be the most favorable outcome. I consider myself an emotional, but whichever one you are, there's going to be some sort of stress. For example, my personal philosophy comes from Daniel Avidan, which a lot of people who will know me will know that he's like one of my favorite people ever. Do it because you love it and don't ever give it up. Now, this is a great way to live, but it brings up a lot of fears. Like, what if I can't find a stable job in this field? What if I have to work at McDonald's for the rest of my life? What if all of those years to get a degree in college are put to waste? What if I have to live with my parents jobless? What if? But what if none of that happens? What if I get a perfectly fine job as a video game designer or working on a cartoon with a team of people? Can I tell you something about growing up? Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what the future has in store. Nobody has future powers. If you do, please hit me up, but I don't think anybody has future powers. And whatever happens, you'll still be you, hopefully, and you'll be okay. You just need to stop being so afraid. So, I guess the point of this video is that you shouldn't stress too much about making decisions on your career and your future, but at least not to the point of breaking, because then you'll break into a million pieces and you can't make any decisions. And I know I'm talking about how you shouldn't stress too much, but that's not because your parents are going to figure it out for you. No, you need to make your own decision, and that's kind of a big deal. You could be a salesman, or a doctor, or a musician, or even start your own YouTube channel, or literally almost anything you want, but you have to make an action to get it started. So, thanks for listening, and remember, don't stress too much, but don't be a lazy sack of potatoes waiting for things to work out on their own.